Brilliance Audio presents The New Boss, How to Survive the First 100 Days by Peter Fischer, performed by Tom Parks. Preface. Most people would agree that starting a new job is a challenge, whatever the role. A number of questions need to be addressed, such as, who are the key players within the company? Which tasks should be prioritized, and which ones can be put on hold? Which decisions need to be taken immediately, and which can be postponed? How can I be sure that I have correctly understood what is expected of me? Will my colleagues support me in my objectives? Most executives will also tell you they need a flying start, as there is no time to contemplate what they don't know. Opportunities like this don't come along every day. Many executives have a great deal of experience of moving from position to position and are therefore comfortable with the fast pace of the business world. A closer look also reveals that there is little room for errors or experimenting. The pressure to perform is tough, as shareholders regularly scrutinize results. In many cases, the new executive will find that first impressions count and personal reputations are always at risk. A look at many client organizations these days reveals pressure for success on a global scale. This means that innovation, consistently high standards, and speed are of the essence in the face of less transparent and tougher competition. In comparison, cultural diversity and virtual relationships seem relatively straightforward. More importantly, the need to deploy resources flexibly means few executives have longer than 3 years to make their contributions felt. Indeed, many barely have 18 months. In addition to this, the growing complexity from organizations trying to respond to fast-changing technologies, legal frameworks, and markets brings both the possibilities and the pitfalls inherent in a leadership transition into focus. Indeed, the objective of this book is to reveal the power of change. That is to say, the opportunities for introducing change and preparing for eventual success over the inevitable pitfalls intrinsic to any transition process. Gone are the days when predecessors overlapped with the new candidate to ease the handover. Instead, I find many new managers finishing assignments in one role at the same time as starting the new one. Whilst a sense of promise at the start and a heightened excitement during the executive honeymoon remain, the rising numbers in leadership transitions point to growing pressures on new managers to change and innovate. This sense of promise translates into a much-needed readiness to embrace change. As time is of the essence, new managers are tempted to push ahead with their agendas. After all, that was the reason for their appointment. It is easily forgotten that agendas need the support of key people, and that, as a new manager, you ignore the less visible concerns, expectations, and past achievements at your peril. I have always been convinced of the opportunities inherent in the situation at the start. Developments over the past 10 years have reinforced that belief and encouraged me and my colleagues at FGI continuously to develop our conceptual understanding of the topic in line with the development of a range of tools and specialist support programs for different situations at the start. My gratitude is due to the many loyal client organizations that gave us the opportunities for development in the first place. Without them, leadership transition would not have achieved recognition as a key process for introducing organizational change. Asked if the English-speaking world needs yet another management book, I am convinced that the promise of executive honeymoons is here to stay, and that there is definitely more to say on the subject. With this book, I hope to convey an enthusiasm for the promise inherent in leadership transitions, and to share our experience of how to develop a personal transition strategy to make that promise come true.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?